It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there.
And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw in the playoffs last year, Greg, I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet, does off-the-floor training, from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the sand. That keeps him motivated and engaged.
And talking about Duncan's new look, Coach Popovich had an interesting quote. Pop said, I look at him and tell him, you look like Sprewell used to look, just skin and bones, ligaments and tendons. I mean, but you know what? You can't argue with success, and not many people have had more than Tim Duncan.
Here's Navarro. He's covered by Leonard. It's stolen by Duncan. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And it's blocked by Jordan. To the middle. It's stolen by Duncan. Now here's Leonard. He's guarded closely. And the wide open shot from Green. And the shot falls short this time.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
I tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
No problem knocking that one down.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
One shot.
Free throw drops in for Tony Parker.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Shot clock at 6. Duncan brings the double team. The drive by Jordan. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. While we're in this quick break and out to the small forward position and the hottest shooters among them over the last month. Well, you look at Jay, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Obviously, looking at those numbers, he hasn't just been settling for outside shots. He works very hard to get a lot of high-quality looks in close.
And that inside-outside game, I like to call it reversible clothing. It makes him the most accurate shooter among NBA small forwards.
Here's Jordan following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. And the Clippers miss again.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
And the pass to Navarro. Here's the three. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. David West, he's checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Green. And, of course, Tony Parker, so big for San Antonio in those championship runs. But word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
You know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
Now let's find out what head coach Greg Popovich had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
I asked him about the challenge of containing Chris Paul, and he said, well, he's one of the best in the business, maybe the best. There's really nothing he can't do. But, fellas, he said matching CP3's intensity on the court and making him work defensively are two keys. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's Mills. The Clippers getting the bucket, and the wide-open shot from Ginobili off target from three-point range. Paul passes to Navarro. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And it's 8 points for Clutch.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Pass to Ginobili. Picked by West. Ginobili kicks it to West, trying his luck deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
Here's Mills after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. And now the Clippers on the break. Paul with the ball, and he gets it to go. And now it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
They haven't been able to stifle them defensively here.
No, to the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
West with a wide open look, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
And so it's San Antonio with it after the Clippers pick up 2. Diaw can't hit.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Clippers leading by 10. Paul outside. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. That shot by Griffin, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Leonard dishes to Ginobili. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Clippers. Passes it to Navarro. 1:21 left to play here in the first. Paul kicks to Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA. And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Here's West, the second effort. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving into the hoop with authority and force.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
To the paint, here's Navarro, and he slams it one-handed.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Manu Ginobili on the wing. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Wide open. The shot misses.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Offense, the order. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve it.
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows Pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Jay out there with Paul, and it's Navarro in at the three. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Now here's Parker. He had 16 points in the win against Orlando. And stolen by Jordan. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And he banks in the layup. And it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Aldridge, the pass to Green. Looking for Aldridge, he gets it there. He got right to the cup using that screen. Aldridge has got 6 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Now, here's Parker. He has 7.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Jordan, the pass to Navarro. Paul, no one around him. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through LaMarcus Aldridge. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And last year, you could see Paul was hobbled in their loss to the Rockets in the second round. Still, most players wouldn't even have made it back out